Well, I see Jindra is up. And I am here. Hello, Jindra. How is you? You doing okay? Yes, good. I just realized I am like out of water, and on the event that somebody redeems me needing to take a drink, having water is pretty important. Okay. Have no fear. You wanna know why? Because I am here. Etc., etc. I should put on my glasses. That would help. Flurg. Okay. I just felt like playing some Final Fantasy 14 right now. Oh. There's also been a slight hairstyle change. Brace yourselves. Brace yourselves. But Mana looks a little different. It's only a slight hairstyle change. She still has a ponytail. It's a little bit higher on her head. That's all. That's all. Okay, well, the first order of business that I have, as I always have, is to go do the daily diddly-doos. Today has been a bit of a long day. Oh. And I am floundering a little bit writing the specific stuff for my, Pathfinder 2E campaign that I've been working on, specifically for godly lore. I have also implored my friends who will be part of this to be all like, hey, you got ideas for organizations other than the, like, Adventurers Guild? And they got nothing. Getting very grumpy about some Digimon and Cyber Sleuth being unattainable but by base stats of any other previous stages. Wouldn't the stat augments or their EVs cover for that, though? Or am I just wildly crazy and out of my mind? Yeah, largely the Pathfinder 2nd Edition God lore that I have to write. Yeah, but that's time consuming. Fair. The lore I have to write is largely going to be about the gods' origins and maybe what they've done for mortality. It also doesn't account for the fact that it's generally bad EVs for the form. This does not sound like the first time I've heard game designers making baffling decisions. But yeah, right now, just like, I've got to write, the Sun Goddess's lore, but then I realized, like, if I write her lore, I'm effectively writing the origins of everybody else's lore if I were to start from the start. Namely, the other gods and goddess that were born alongside her. So it's like, I may as well just do a catch-all for them and then get into their specifics. So that way there's like, and this is what their religious text is based on. Imagine a physical type Pokemon, and that only evolves from having 250 special attack EVs. Isn't there a Pokemon in Sun and Moon that, like, has really high fucking special attack stats? But then as soon as it evolves, it becomes garbage in that area. Like, I feel like that is actually a thing. Granted, I hear you, because that's really dumb. Like, I think that's... What is that Pokemon? I think it's Charge a Bug into whatever it evolves into, which is like a particular tropical beetle. But that's not raising a Pokemon's EV. That's just watching as your special attacker suddenly becomes a physical attacker. And then just you kind of die a little on the inside because you gave that Pokemon all your special attack moves, and it no longer does that. There was a fate. Oop, right, I kind of need to collect it first. But otherwise, like, I'm presuming you want this form so another form of that Digimon has better moves, probably, right? Unless you're, like, actively trying to 100% the game, in which case, 1, why? 2, why? Because that's a little crazy. Amazing the forms I'm getting grumpy on are intermediate forms. I'm hunting some top-tier Tiermons. I mean, if you want to get to that point quickly, like, bite the bullet and do the EV training, but otherwise, like, doodle, I don't know. Zag instead of Zig. Okay, so that's been done. I gotta go and talk to Chloe and get the book and make all my quests mean something to this week. As I said, no matter evolution weaving will get me to a mon that meets the form prereq. Fun. Don't mind me constantly alt-tabbing. The Vocal Butcher is currently streaming Yakuza 0, and I'm keeping a slight eye on that. Chloe, a new journal, please. Thank you. What do we got? Crystalline Conflict? You threaten me with a good time. Also, go beat up the Knights of the Round. Go beat up an old man, and go beat up a bird lady. But not the bird lady. Anybody who's played most, if not all, of this game's story will know what bird lady I'm referring to when I say that. You do, however, have the Sister Mons awakened. Oh, so the brokenest brokety broke Digimon in the entire game. The ones that'll actually let you, like, fight against the super boss. The Blonde is that broken. So the most broken of Digimon. Got it. It was fast. And CL is decidedly at just above average Mega Tier. Oh no, that's someone else I'm working on. So even more broken than the most broken of Digimon. Got it. Oh, right, I can't say yo. Portrait does not reflect current gear. Suck my dick, game! Update my fucking instant portrait then, you coward! Bleh. Oh, it's been a hot minute since I've been in Crystalline Conflict. And we're on the Bomberman map, too. This will be fun. Another team has a tank, but they got Red Mage. Red Mage is scary, but we have a Samurai, but they have a Dragoon. Dragoon is scary. But we have a Bard, which can do silence. They have a Bard. Fuck. Oh, here we go. What? I'm gonna have to fucking deal with somebody who's being a thing. That's not who I wanted to fucking hop to. Thank you. Get out of here. Damn, too early. Oh, no, I've been silenced. I've been silenced. Back up. Oh, get out of here. Well, that's a good push. Pick that up. Let that bomb pop. Yeah, it's an easy fight. Come on. Move. Oh. Locked you down. Good. Just push the objective. Get out of here. And we win. Oh, sorry. Somebody's being very passive-aggressive right now, and I'm having to deal with it. Someone working on, like, I'm actually kind of funny how Sister Mon Blanc is not considered competitively viable, despite the scariness of her protect barrier, just saying no. Valuable in post-game PvE? Yes. Viable in PvP? No. I mean, that's generally how it goes, honestly. Okay, that's been dealt with. Throw my machinist into leveling then. That's some fucking whiplash right there. I'll deal with that in a little bit. Well, I got time to deal with it now. Hello, Nox. How is you? Yeah. It was a misunderstanding. I thought they'd be fucking free at a specific time. But nope. And then they saw my stream notification and they got upset. And it's like, dude, fucking, you already know I do this. I do this every week. And getting upset all of a sudden like that is... Bro, are you okay? Trying to pack things up, but I don't have enough boxes. You can, like, just straight up buy more boxes at, like, a fucking home improvement store. No car? You could walk there. Some grocery stores all stock Some grocery stores, all stock boxes. As do office supply stores. It's like, Jenner, you might want to double check the grammar on that sentence. Also, there you go. I'm going to talk. I keep doing similar, like, shenanigans with my typing, but, you know, it's just, that's that. I'm level 88. I guess I can go to Labyrinthos, maybe. It was just my stuff, I don't have a problem, but I also have my grandmother's stuff here as well, and she's currently dog sitting for my mom. Also, you ain't walking a couple of miles, just 2? Bro. If you really need more boxes. 2 miles might be worth it. Also next Monday, Management of a Novice Alchemist goes live. Management? I'm not familiar with that one. First I'm hearing of it, actually. The Fladoodly Dorp is that? Oh, of course. Second I start a Fate. Anime also jokingly called Atelier Sassara. Alright. So you started Fierce yesterday. And? How's it going? Good luck, Nox. Hey! I did fine when I cleared Fierce. Thank you very much. Nox will be fine. He doesn't need luck. Okay. Wait, no. That's so dumb. My God, why don't I have Heat Blast with Hypercharge? Excuse you? I stopped when Sophie got an apprentice. So you stopped when Fierce became Sophie's apprentice. Oof, you got a ways to go. There's like no reason to hypercharge. It just adds 20 potency to all of my attacks at this early on. That's so dumb. Way too much going on in your head to enjoy the game. Fair. Sounds like you need something a little bit more mindless to play instead of that. Could you, like, maybe fucking chill? Dude, let the fucking tank explore. Speaking of mindless, what do you mean speaking of mindless? What? Played some League with a friend. That is not mindless. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Mindless my ass. Mindless in the sense that you weren't really trying to win, just trying to have fun. It's still not mindless. Oops. Dude, the fucking hypercharge action at this level is so bananas garbage. Like, for the duration, I maybe get like an extra 80 potency out of all my attacks. I was also in a derust trying to... You were also derusting trying to remember how to Summoner's Rift. I mean, you know, if you stopped playing League, you wouldn't have to derust and stuff, right? Then your friend told me to play a new champ you didn't know. While derusting? Sorry, my competitive instincts are kicking in. It's like, but why though? Yeah, that is plus 60 to plus 80 potency out of that. That is so bad. That is so bad. Yep, neither of you cared. I don't know how people can do that. It's just the thing where it's like, ah yes, League. The game that I remember distinctly nearly losing my fucking mind over. God, such a garbage community. Yeah, I think you picked up. That's where we started. I shit on the game so much that I can do dumb stuff like that. The other problem is you and your friend are at least playing with 3 other people, so unless you're doing bots, they are going to expect you to at least reasonably try, and again, that's the other element that I feel like is important to consider. Because otherwise, you'd just be making somebody's life, like, well, somebody's night kind of bad. Yeah, it looks like the raccoon has an ad. This will be funny. Yeah, I'm gonna hang out for a minute. I don't want to fucking do shit if I know the healer's not fucking there. I know he's doing single pulls, but he could quite literally die if you're not careful with that. I can definitely tell if this healer is, one, bad, or rather inexperienced, and two, rather, really lazy. But we have a new tank, so it's very forgetting. I was support, he was 80 carry, and we did decent in laning. And I lost 1. Because of top. Lost 1 because of top. You mean like died once, or? What the fuck did they target me? I was in the back. They know who's the threat. Lost a game. And you're sure it's because of top? Sorry. Just... That's the other fucking thing about League. Sometimes it's about pointing fingers, and sometimes it's like, yes, you can be reasonably assured it's because of one player. But it's a fucking team game is the other thing. So, one player may not have been really good and may not have helped the situation. But is it exclusively their fault, or are you just diverting blame? The other thing as I've been out of the loop with League, have kind of considered. Bot lane still had 3 towers while top had 1. Okay, so let's be reasonable here. There was probably shit that bottom lane could have been doing. Because it sounds like you had your lane pretty handled. If I were to be a dick and play devil's advocate at the same time. It's also a Vayne versus Jax. Presuming you're speaking as home versus away, and they were against the Jax. I don't remember the meta, nor do I know current meta, so for all I know, Jax could counter Vayne, so to speak. Like, the team could have been doing more to help Vayne, understanding that it was not a good matchup, maybe. Like, again, the thing is, it's a team game, but the entirety of the League of Legends community almost treats it like it's a single-player game where the rest of the team is fucking deadweight. And that's not healthy. If you're hard sticking to your lane and a lane is faltering, there's a lot of things going wrong. Looking forward to tomorrow where I get the chance to order the In-Space Red versus Astronema 2-pack. Cool. Also, hello, Daybreak. How is you? Oh, right. They're both doing cutscenes. Oh, you're not... I was gonna say, you're not that new. I know you're fucking not. Oh, God. Oh, no. You have a... Well, you probably just played fucking Summoner. Like, ultimately, that is the thing, for ill and for good, about League of Legends, is that you cannot just simply point the finger at one person and say, it's their fault why we lost. That shit doesn't fly. And the majority of the time, that's not even accurate. There are times where you can point the finger at one person. Generally, I feel like at those particular instances, they were intentionally trying to throw or something. Like if they keep just blind base diving the enemy. That certainly doesn't help. But that's throwing behavior. Oh, what I get? A pair of Manor sandals. There they are. Get the fuck out of my inventory. It's a Power Ranger 2-pack. Then I'll have 3 members of the space team and my 3rd villain. If you count the Green Ranger and Dino Thunder White Ranger as a villain. Not being too familiar with Power Rangers, I couldn't say one way or the other. I don't remember much about the night because it was Norm's. It was very late last night. I just have that look where it's just like, It's feeling similar in some respects to, like, I've encountered a handful of players in Final Fantasy XIV that just really don't make the dungeon or raid experience enjoyable. And yeah, I can absolutely point my finger in their direction and be all like, this is your fault. Rah, 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 rah. But, you know, generally, if you try to talk to people and sort things out in Final Fantasy XIV, things work out for the better. So a lot more of that should be happening in a game like League of Legends. And to say I'm guilt-free of having done shit like that both now and in the past would be hypocritical of me. Like, I'm pretty sure on this stream alone I have pointed fingers at one party member in particular while playing the game and be all like, this is not enjoyable because of them. And I definitely get shouty and yelly at healers and tanks because they are both equally aggravating sometimes when I play with them in my team. Because I have high standards for everybody, and I am sometimes not very reasonable about that. Point in case the healer from the last dungeon that was being lazy. But even then, it's like, shit, I just yell about that, and they're probably never going to hear about it. And if they do, and you're ever in the VOD or currently in the chat, one, I'm sorry I got yelly about that. I have strong opinions about the playstyles of players in this game, but two, don't give a shit about me. Look, dude, I'm sitting here at a computer and I'm yelling at my monitor. If it was genuinely a problem, I'd probably speak up. I think one of the most annoying things in League of Legends type games is people sticking to early assignments way too much. Oh no, that was absolutely a problem when I played League of Legends too. I hugged the fuck out of mid lane too much. And it actively hurt my team. I played Ahri a lot, and Ahri is a very good assassin because she can just lock somebody down and either get the lane a kill or pick up a kill herself. So I should have been wandering more, but not too much. And there's a fucking fine balance you got to figure out when it comes to that. Considering this one, I can probably play a healer. But the fucking floor to League of Legends to play well is so very high. Like, honestly, in the next few years, I expect to see, like, people just not wanting to fucking touch League of Legends, both because of its community and also because of just how hard it is to feel even remotely competent at the game and understand its ridiculous number of champions. Like, I've seen some people play footage of the game, and there were at least 3 champions in there that I did not recognize. And I was like, I have no idea what their fucking kit is. If I were to jump back into League of Legends today, I would have no reasonable clue what the fuck I was doing. And the worst part is, I would stick to Ahri, and I know she's not meta viable right now. Why do I know that? It's been too long. So Eater got a rework. That too! I heard about that! I don't know what the rework entailed, but I know Udyr got a rework. Like, fuck, dude. And then the champions you do know might not be the same. Point in case! Doesn't have Phoenix form anymore. To be fair, Udyr's uniqueness in having early access to his R, because it was one of his forms, was interesting, but also really fucking hard to balance. Because Udyr didn't technically have an ult then. He was just a stance dancer, and not a particularly great one at that, as far as I'm aware. Oh, did I? Oh, right, I'm out in the wilderness. But yeah, in spite of the fact I played League of Legends a whole shit ton, there's a reason I don't fucking bring it up anymore, because I genuinely do not care about the game anymore. Like, I look at League from a distance, I look at people still playing it, I shake my head, and I move on with my fucking day, basically. I don't care about League of Legends. As far as I'm concerned, it lost me a long time ago. And I am never going back. Like, I insist anytime, it's even jokingly mentioned by, like, a couple of my friends who are still kind of sort of into it. I'm like, no. No, you're not going to get me back into it. So if I said I played Renata Glass twice last night, you wouldn't know who that is. Nope. No fucking clue. And game form's not very good at encouraging healthy gameplay attitudes. It could have been. It could have been had Riot been fucking better about administrating their goddamn community. But I digress. Or moderating, rather. Like, fuck, dude. But even on that note, like, if you think about better administration, moderation would likely have just led to the banning of all of the whales. Your fucking point? If your whales are the fucking problem with the community, get them the hell out. Make it so people want to stay and spend money instead of relying on one or two players that shell out thousands of dollars a fucking month. Like, I'm sorry, if you were relying so heavily on something that is actively killing your game and going to make sure in the long term you do not keep making money, you are failing as a business. Though, of course, fucking capitalism as it is cares more about the short term than the long term. So what the hell do I know about economics, am I right? The top players have shit attitude towards other players too, so that doesn't help. Yeah. But the thing is it's publicity for Riot. I was going to go on a slight tangent regarding games similar to League of Legends and how their game types also don't foster healthy communities. I'm not deep into it, and I've, like, lightly poked at the community as a whole. Or, no, I haven't even poked at it. I've just, like, looked at it. I've seen people play it, but I have not heard anything about Pokemon Unite, be it good or worryingly ill. Like, most free-to-play games, a single whale spends about as much per month as the lifetime spending of an average non-whale. I also hate that they fucking consider those terminologies, like, viable. It's insulting. You have played Unite? I've looked at it. I've been curious about Unite. I ultimately said, like, no. Fucking put your pants on.
I'm the only one fit to protect her.
Bit of an early pull, but that's okay.
To think that this could be born
Oh, I
from my
didn't
memories.
pop that in time, so my rotation is going to be a little off.
That creature is passing on its ether.
Burnt Strike's lightning.
you?
The thing about your knight is that the game form is much, much shorter. Verily.
You're not going
Oh,
anywhere.
I don't think this gives me a shield at this level. You do like the shortness. I mean, that's good. I think Burnish... Oh, no, that's the raid wide. There's a tank buster. I forget if it's indicated. That would probably be Powder Mark.
Feeble steel protects nothing.
Burnt Strike. That's the pushback.
How about you?
Ah. But just need more balancing when I played. I don't know if I want to touch Unite. It's just more League of Legends or more Dota, and I abandoned those fucking games specifically because I didn't want to be around a toxic player base. Don't recommend, honestly. Oof. I say I believe that one was fire.
Surge in the ether.
If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I was correct. Back to middle. Face him this way. And then again, I don't recommend a lot of PvP-based games. I wonder why.
Come, show me your strength.
It's almost like I might have a point.
Beast of my blood, answer my call.
Oh, right. PvP is just rooted in toxicity. If it's not rooted, it definitely lends itself towards it because people are dicks and they just are not nice. Y'all move too early. Team PvP especially. And it so doesn't have to fucking be. But people just like to point fucking fingers. Or at least they tend to. They don't like to, like, actually be introspective and look at what they could have done better.
Let's try something.
Long game TVPs massively so. Verily.
The blade is imbued with light.
This one, where after this, everybody gets marked with holy. Or actually stacking is wise. Very good. Hell yeah. Call of Duty. I don't want to talk about my fucking Halo and Call of Duty days, man. I was not a nice player then.
You're not going anywhere. Oh!
Come back to the middle.
The light will cleanse your sins.
Like, I was solid at Halo and 3 in Halo Reach. I made lieutenant rank in Lone Wolf in Halo 3. Which, that was not easy in the slightest to do. Should be okay here, if they're all standing over there. Yep. They're also standing on the side that I've been tanking towards. To make friends playing Call of Duty, and they were awesome. Hey, I made friends playing Halo.
They were fucking assholes.
But we definitely have different, like, experiences as far as that's concerned. So that's definitely not reflective of your experiences. Now the general community, not good. I was definitely prepping muscle memory wise to like get the fuck out of the way for some shenanigans, so. Strike fire.
How about you?
I was here. Another burnt strike, this one being holy.
How about you?
Like, just there are not good people that play fucking Call of Duty and Halo. At least not in the competitive scene. Not from my experience. That just generally a bunch of fucking dickwads.
A feeble shield protects me.
Ow? I mean, that's a tank buster for you. Turn to the heavens, lightning element. Frankly, we're standing where we should be. So that's definitely an instance of, like, if I were to ever, like, pick up the Master Chief Collection, I'm almost exclusively doing it because I'm going to play the single player of all the Halo games. I'm not really going to play multiplayer unless I'm invited to play games with friends.
You're not going anywhere.
I believe there could be... Nope. Orchestron. Not in that one either. I'm not getting stuck with this shit. Bye! But anyway, that's my TED Talk on competitive multiplayer games that are team-based. You want The Witch and the Hunter Knight 1 and 2 to come to PC just so you have easier access to them? Oh, fuck. Aren't they, like... Witch and the Hunter Knight 1 and 2, PlayStation 4, I need a fucking external hard drive for my PlayStation 4. Again, by and large, the reason why I don't want to touch my goddamn PS4 is because the hard drive is full. Holy shit. God. Okay, so that game was not received terribly well. And then the sequel is just on PlayStation 4. It would be nice if it was on PC, I'll give you that. Poke it? Poke my PlayStation 4? How is that gonna help anything? Make sure it's still alive. I know my PlayStation 4 is definitely alive, but like, again, just the hard drive is full, which makes it hard to keep playing my fucking library of games. Like, if I'm in the mood for a game that's not currently installed, I have to uninstall something to install that game. It's the fucking memory card days of old all over again. I thought we moved past this bullshit. So we got that. I also can do Asphodelos, the first circle. You still need to acquire yourself a PlayStation 5? No, you don't. You don't need to. I, too, also want a PlayStation 5, admittedly. But that's, like... That's for, like, all of 3 games, really. That's gonna be for Final Fantasy 16. That's gonna be for, like, Demon Souls, because I am morbidly curious at this point. And there was at least one other, like, I am exclusive to the PlayStation 5 and you want to play me game that I saw. You want to add it to your collection. I mean, the PlayStation 5 does look like Seto Kaiba, let's be real. It is kind of a swag console. That's Duty Roulette. I still want to do level 70 dungeons. Nope. And of course I'm doing them as machinists because machinists can use the XP. I also need to reacquire PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2. Again, no you don't! Oh, fuck, dude. I honestly hope somebody just, like, makes a reproduction of, like, a PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2 that can read PlayStation 1s and PlayStation 2 discs and also take their memory cards, or fuck, dude, maybe have inbuilt memory cards. Because, dude, I cannot, if I need a brand new PlayStation 2, because I have yet to fucking test mine still. I really don't want to spend console prices just to do that. And then I will have every PlayStation system released to the US. Yeah, but you won't have the special Dreamcast-esque memory card for the PlayStation 1. Unless you already do. God, what a fucking weird peripheral for the PlayStation 1. That in the Japanese version of The Legend of Dragoon expanded your inventory to twice its size. Like, just for having it. What a fucking weird way to try to sell a memory card peripheral. You want to play Twisted Metal 4 again? Emulation! What? No, I didn't say anything. Emulation! Sorry, I've got a bad cough. I mean, real talk, Sony has not been awful about letting people play their games again on more modern hardware. And Jesus, Microsoft are currently kings of backwards compatibility when it comes to their console, like it's ridiculous. It's Nintendo who are the fucking, like, worst about it. Honestly, like, much as I love my Switch, and I really should play more Xenoblade Chronicles 1 and everything, like, Nintendo as a company can sometimes be so fucking backwards. No, not as backwards as Pokemon. Jesus Christ. Did I mention during one stream that apparently the Pokemon Company sees Nuzlocking as equivalent to modding Pokemon and emulating, rather? Like, so me wanting to pull a Nuzlocke run means I can never partner with the Pokemon Company, which frankly I'm fine with that because and I did read the rephrasing. I want to play Twisted Metal 4 again on a PlayStation, which, I mean, if you got the money, go nuts, my dude. I heard something about that. Yes. So the Pokemon Company are, like, so weirdly back-ass-word about, like, their video games that not only do they revert quality of life changes in their fucking Diamond and Pearl remakes, So that way it's more faithful to the original. Meanwhile, fucking fairy type is a thing in the game. They are also so weird about like people playing their games in the various types of way that they're just like, no, we see this as modding, and if you do this, we revoke any sort of fucking partnership with you. That is me. That is me about that. I will not fucking let Diamond and Pearl, or rather Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, on fucking Switch get away with the fact that your TMs break all over again. But they have the fucking gall to put the fucking, like, nature herbs in the game, too. God! I was unimpressed by the remake, but I was still happy to, like, play through my nostalgia. But Jesus Christ! What about the fact they buffed Cynthia? Don't get me started. Don't get me started. That still pisses me off. Although I did do a quick review about it, and apparently they just buffed the whole of the Elite Four. So it's not just Cynthia. It's the whole of the Elite Four. But the rest of the Elite Four isn't as noticeable as motherfucking Cynthia. And we want people to have the OG experience. But we also buff the final boss. Also, there are fairy types. Time to get Groudon. My dude, Groudon would fucking crumble to Cynthia's team. Have you met the Milotic? Like, yes, Groudon has the Force Sunny Day ability, which is great to, like, help mitigate its weakness to water-type moves. But if I recall correctly, that can just be overwrit by, a weather move. A better plan. Bring Sylveon. Not in the game. That evolution is just not in the game. Period.
But they have fairy type. But Sylveon's not in the game.
Mega Groudon. Sorry, Diamond and Pearl came before Mega Evolutions were a thing, because Mega Evolutions were in Generation 6. So that's not a thing. But, I mean, Mega Groudon would have been pretty good, because that would have prevented any weather-changing moves. Fine, Clefable. That one is in the game, and I think you can acquire before you get the National Dex, so... I mean, yeah, I honestly think you're better off finding a different kind of Pokemon, but Clefable works. Clefable's a pretty good HP tank. I have hacked it, and Mega Groudon is here now. Specifically Magic Guard Clefable. That would be pretty good. God, I still haven't revisited Brilliant Diamond to try to work on, or rather continue working on the shenanigans that is beefed up Cynthia as far as the boss is concerned. I should, and I also should find a way to transfer my shiny Gardevoir into games going forward. Because I want to keep her. Or was it a him? I think it was a her. I don't remember. You have 2 shiny Gengar. Fair enough. It is taking a weirdly long time to get into the level 70 dungeon because I'm working on my fucking resistance weapon still. One legit, one not so legit. Oh, you mean the way that, like, I think at this point, even people who host tournaments are like, look, as long as it doesn't fucking have any moves that it shouldn't have, it's fine. Because even they are fucking admitting that, like, the grind you need to do in Pokemon games is fucking obnoxious and stupid. Because IVs is a bad system? Scarlet and Violet better have fucking IV and EV improvements or just straight up remove the system for effort levels. Otherwise, I am going to be mad and continue to play the game anyway because they have an interesting idea here. It wasn't me that who did the thing. You had a friend who did it for me. I didn't say it was you that did the thing, but did you know that the 3DS is surprisingly easy to mod? Most non-Nintendo sponsored tourneys aren't even held on official hardware anymore. They use Pokemon Showdown instead. Yeah, because guess what? That is actually probably one of the most robust battle simulation pieces of software, period. And it's free. And, like, other than the fact that, like, technically the Pokemon Company holds all the copyrights that it's using, fuck, dude. It is, like, fantastic if you want to get into competitive Pokemon. I'm getting distracted at the moment. There was something I wanted to bring up. I don't remember what. Yeah, maybe it'll come to me. Oh, fuck. I think I remembered something I want to ask. I have been having a hell of a time trying to remember the one free-to-play space exploration game that we talked about last time. I really don't fucking remember what it was, and I'm too lazy to dig in the VODs where it might have been mentioned. I have to fucking find it again. VGCs still keep the industry of people who are willing to do the hundreds of hours of IV, EV, shiny, etc. grinding for you alive. Unpack the acronym of VGC. I don't know what that is. Help, I'm like 12. Endless Sky? Was it fucking Endless Sky? Hang on. Sure fucking was! It's the official Nintendo sponsored tourney league thing. And it's called VGC? Why isn't Pokemon anywhere in there? God, it has actually been a long time since I've been in here. Side note, I have progressed slightly farther into Elden Ring. Good job. You're asking me to decipher Nintendo's Pokemon decisions. Look, man. Side note, Mugen Souls. Just ask a Magikarp. I am deceased. Oh, the worst fucking part is you're not wrong. Oh my god. Oh, thankfully, my party was able to make it for the damage I was not able to do while groveling my ass off. Also, what about Mugen Souls? I understand that, like, it is much, much easier to play, like, all of the Nippon Ichi Software games. Thanks to their collections. But also, like, on top of that, like, apparently they're, like, getting individually released on platforms like Steam? Their games, I mean, not their collections. Don't know why to bring that game up. Well, now I feel silly. Yeah. I knew I had the right of that. Is this the place? No, this is not the. That would be the twinning. The games, yes, I currently don't have the latest 2 games they released on Steam anyway. Because Steam has at some point over the past 5 years decided it doesn't like combo games. Which is fucking stupid, but okay. It's really stupid considering I currently have the fucking Devil May Cry HD collection. Like, explain that one, Valve! Oh god, I did that wrong. I guess specifically they don't like new combo games, right? Not that they just no longer like them. Also, we are currently fighting... I think we're on the wrong side. Verily. We are currently fighting the equivalent of a fucking motherboard. Specifically, they don't like repackaging and porting to Steam. Wait a minute, what? Hang on. Because they're right, it's less consumer friendly. I'm attempting to discern what you mean by repackaging. Like, do you mean repackaging as in that game already exists on the platform? Don't fucking sell it again in this new fancy pack? Or like, how do you mean? Like, wait a minute, I might need to be told this specifically like I'm 12. The game already exists, and the port is putting it in a new package that also happens to include the other stuff that also exists. I want to say I follow. The game already exists, and the port is putting it in a new package. So... I feel lost. Because I'm still thinking about, like, Devil May Cry, the HD collection, where it's like 1, 2, and 3. Because those were PlayStation 2 games that, at least I think up to 3 was PlayStation 2, that ended up getting ported to more modern consoles, right? And that was maybe before Steam ultimately said, like, all right, no repackaging stuff like that. Or maybe that's an exception that helps prove the rule that I'm not aware of. That is technically a port of a PlayStation 3 package. My fucking dude, you want to stack with the other guy. Jesus. At least the HD collection first came out for PlayStation 3. I fucking forget. Mark with fire. Hope I was right. Kingdom Hearts 1.5 and 2.5 wouldn't be an issue because that package already exists. Whereas the Nippon Ichi software collections are direct repackaging of the ports for the release. Okay, so wait. The ports... So, basically what you're saying is that the ports of those games already exist on other hardware. Right? Is that what's being spoken to? Okay. Okay, that's why I was fucking lost. Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, Steam is then right, because if those ports already exist and Nippon Ichi Software is just putting them together in a new collection to try to sell to more people, but then putting it on, like, you know, Steam, they're basically just saying, like, look, these ports again, buy them please? And that's really not cool to the consumer. Or the original exists as its own unique thing. That's where you, like, start to lose me. But specifically, I think you're meaning, like, I'm still kind of lost on it. I think Jinder is trying to get at that, like, most of those games already exist and could technically be played, perhaps. Or those ports already exist. Like, there are versions of those games that exist somewhere else in the world on a more modern console. But because Nippon Ichi is, like, trying to pull the rug over people's, or the wool over people's eyes regarding it, by now suddenly putting them together and pretending that this whole package is like, look, these ports are brand new, is, like, anti-consumer. Or it's like, you want this port? You also have to buy this other game that you might totally not care about. Zeta Hero Project only existed on the PSP. Right. Yeah, and then you run into troubles because the other games that it might be packaged with already have ports, but people either already own that port or don't want that game at all. So there might still technically be new ports in these collections, like games that aren't available on modern hardware. But then they might also be being paired with ports that already exist because they're already on more modern hardware. So then Steam, of course, would get uppity and be all like, you can't have your cake and eat it too. Oh, cutscene. I think that am I understanding that correctly, Jinder? That's mostly what you're getting at. Because it admittedly would be a little unreasonable on Steam's part if it's like, there is no port of these games in this collection, but you're not allowed to package them as a collection because fuck you. Which, I mean, that could be the situation, but Steam just now has a blanket statement on all the Nipponichi software collections because they already tried to pull it once or twice. And they're like, nope, you already burned your fucking goodwill. You're not allowed to package your fucking games together. Not when we know they're ports. Also the fact that none of the games have hard ties. Okay, so that also would affect it, because then the Devil May Cry collection is, like, not under that same rule then. Because all of those games are Devil May Cry games. Which would then make Sonic Origins okay, even though fucking Sega pulled the really anti-consumer thing, delisting and pulling from their stores all of the original Sonic games that are included in Origins. But I digress, because they're all Sonic games. Well, they tried to pull with Collection 1, which included Phantom Brave, which was already on Steam as its own game. Gotta love that shit. He says sarcastically. That, I suppose, makes more sense. I feel like it's still going to, like, weirdly largely depend on the fucking game in particular, but yeah. Or rather, the game collection in particular. Because sometimes you just may not even fucking know. Oh, right, that's a donut. I'm being dumb. Yeah, that's like weirdly one of the only like regular dungeon bosses with a fucking enrage mechanic. Like it's genuinely weird. Like, I guess you could argue before it was changed to be its own trial, the Ultima weapon in the second to final 2.0 or the final 2.0 dungeon in A Realm Reborn had an enrage. But I really don't count that because that dungeon's so fucking long. God, thinking about it, what if Valve was really adamant about not letting Sonic Origins be released as its collection because Sonic 1 and 2, and I want to say the original 3, though that one, 3 and Knuckles was not a thing, were already on Steam, and they're like, just because it's Sonic CD does not mean we're gonna let you republish all these games. Like, you have to fucking publish Sonic CD on its own. And you can do the Sonic 3 and Knuckles thing on this game on its own as well, but you can't do all of them together. Like, imagine if Valve dug in their heels with that. Like, actively stopped Sega from being fucking biffs. Honestly, they'd probably shift over to Epic then, because I'm sure they'd let them get away with it. I guess for the last 30 minutes I can beat up some old men. And a bird lady. Also, I should clean up the stable. Also, don't mind that the Song of the Ancients is playing. Clean the stable. Alright, time to beat up some primals. And then ask Ramu how many times I have to teach him this lesson, old man. Ah, funny joke. Howling eye. See how fast I can do this. Whatcha? Ow. I killed the bird lady with a bird attack. Also, actually did my math on how far you are in Final Fantasy IV. And I was underestimating your progress. Wait, I am more than a fourth to a third of the way through? What? I'm only like level 20. Ah! Fucking free gear, thanks. That is so weird when my retainers bring me like, here's level 90 gear. That's tombstone gear, and it's like, how did you get this? It's like, I have several questions, and I don't think you're gonna answer any of them, are you? I think that was all my classes. Yep. Okay. Okay, so It sounds like I'm at least a third to maybe even halfway through fucking Final Fantasy IV. I don't believe that, but okay. Presumably they got something that they traded with Rowena for it. I have to have a conversation with them. They cannot be putting me in debt. I do not want to be stuck working for Rowena for the rest of my fucking life. Yeah. How many times do I have to teach you this lesson, old man? Son of a cookie! I actually killed a surprising number of them already. Let me put it this way. There are 8 story dungeons left in Final Fantasy IV, and you did 7 Sunday. Admittedly, the dungeons do get longer, and there are the 3 side dungeons. Oh, sweet Jesus. And I'm at least aware of, like, one of the side dungeons, and that's the, no spoilers. God, to think that technically I was at least probably a little over half, but close to 2/3 of the way done with the game when I, like, originally played Final Fantasy IV on the GBA. That is wild to me. Did you get Edge? I mean, yeah. I got him. I guess in the most non-spoilery way I can state, because it is a summon, I also technically met up with Leviathan, and he's kind of neat. Now, I didn't acquire him when I played it on the GBA, but I did meet up with him, so to speak. You have don't a thing, and I'm prepared for the offhanded comments. What? What is that sentence? Edge joining is the 2/3 point? Oh my Jesus. So I was past the 2/3 point. Fuck a duck. You have done a thing and prepared for offhanded comments. Well, what was the thing you've done? Or are you just gonna hide it from us? I'll find out when I look at the next game to clear. So, the next game clearing poll. You done did some voting is what you're telling me. Alright. God, I nearly chunked that fucker to half health. Voting in game recommend. I will turn you to ash! Fucking bring it, dog. Ow. Paralysis is annoying, but I can fucking deal with it. Point in case. The game recommend is a thing? The more you talk about it, the more I'm like, should I just fucking look at it? Should I just fucking look at the form and see what you recommended? I mean, this is gonna hurt. Ow. Oh god! Ow, 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 ow. Forgot about that part. Oh, that's inconvenient. Oh, that's really inconvenient. Sure. Let me fucking clear this fight and I'll take a peek. And the choir kicks in. How about... No? Fucking race, it's fucking race! Beat it! Yeah, that part's a DPS check for me. Woo! Boop, boop, boop. And no lines. I can go to the copy factory. Ah, stream might be extended just a smidge. I kind of really want to go to the copy factory. It takes fucking forever and a year, but I really, 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 really want to go. What's my wait time if I'm a fucking healer? 12 minutes. Okay, what if I am like an actual DPS then? 15 minutes. God damn. Okay, so tank has the best wait time. In theory. Oh no. Okay. I'm a fucking bite, and I'm gonna look at the form. What the hell was put down? Responses. I'll look specifically at individuals. That is my response. That is my response to what the fucking suggestion is. I'm not going to state what it is because I'm not supposed to know what people voted on, and I actually don't know what Nox voted on anyway, but you know. And Jinder using the, well, I'm out, peace. And nope. What the hell's going on? Hit the chat for just a brief moment because I was looking at shit on Twitter on my phone. That's your library and thought it'd be funny to put that. Well, are you amused? Because if so, congratulations, mission accomplished. Yes, then good, mission accomplished. I would state this much. If enough people actually wanted to see that, I would consider it. But otherwise, considering my past experiences with its predecessor, that's a hard sell for me. And that is all I will state on the matter. You still need to work on it yourself. But it was basically a torment pick, so, you know. Not the first nor the last time I've been tormented by the fucking game picked by game clearing choices. Do I really feel like I can get this in reasonable time? We'll give it like another 5 minutes, and if we can get in by then yes, I will do Copied Factory. But if not, well, then I'll just end stream, because I'm not going to keep the stream overly, like, 30 minutes over time. Oh, right. Fuck. Due to the nature of the game and my grandmother being behind me, I haven't touched the game in a while. Yeah, like that's always annoying, to say the least. Oh god, I just realized, fuck, somebody could be real trolly and suggest something like, yo, I want you to play fucking Honey Pop for game clearing. And it's like, Twitch terms of service! I can't! I mean, I could, but then you're never going to see me on Twitch again. I should be able to start it back up next month. Fair enough. All right, this is our neighbor's house. They are interesting people. Also, somebody could be real cute and put something like Civilization 6 or something for that slot, and it's like, am I allowed multiple game recommendations or just one? Considering you're only allowed, well, I mean, okay, so technically What is the question state that I put on the poll? Because I realize it's a short answer for the response. I know I state, is there a game you'd like to see on a future game clearing poll? If so, write your answer below. It does not have to be on Modest Backloggery. I know it's short answer text, but if you can think of like a couple, you can fucking put a couple. Like, that is some bending of rules on that question itself that I'm like, I'll overlook that. Oh, I have to fucking say that would be the rule. But if people vote for a game and put it at the same tier, that's where I would be like, all right, I'm gonna disqualify that vote, and I have to come up with a fucking tiebreaker in the event that games are tied. Because you want to do a joke one and an actual one. Considering you've already voted, like, I would suggest not. You would have to fucking do it in the same voting, because doing it again, that is definitely something where it's like, if you vote twice, I would take your fucking second vote. If you voted 3 times, I'm pulling you aside and being like, dude, what the fuck? You mean next poll? Fair enough. Weird. This elephant has a sword on his hip that looks like Lord Emmerich's. Huh. Moving on. Yeah. I'm fucking with my fidget spinner at the moment. And yeah, I don't see it happening on the stream, because at this point I'd be holding the stream for another 30 minutes. So I think this is a decent place to put her down. It's as decent as any point, honestly. So yeah, schedule for this week is still going to be the same. That being said, it'll still be like I will stream on Thursday. It'll be wildcard, and Saturday will also be 4 flasks. Currently, my happy ass was keeping the vocal butcher in the background, who was playing Yakuza 0. That I've been poking my head out a couple of times, so I'm just gonna fucking raid him. There we go. Right on. Folks, thank you very much for sticking around to the end of the stream. I always appreciate that. I feel like at some point I just gotta write this shit down. Oh, and thanks for putting up with some of my shenanigans involving League of Legends. Just... yeah. I'd rather not talk about it, but if I have to talk about it, I'm gonna be really angry and upset about it. So, my apologies. If you really like League of Legends, you're allowed to like League of Legends. I hate it. That's all. So if you enjoy it, keep enjoying it. Don't let me fucking drag you down. Any hoosers. Beyond that, folks, please remember that you are always welcome here on Honest Potion. And I will see you next time.